Today I'm actually going to keep on working on this one. A couple things that need to be improved. First one is I darkened up the streak over here, and as I was doing so, I realized what was bothering me about the whole thing. See how these things are kind of blending away and becoming all difficult to see? Because the light source is confusing. So I'm going to make the light source here coming down here. So I'm going to brighten up this area again. And what I like about it was it will make this pattern more visible again. And then I'm going to go from this whitish color to a bluish color, which will make the birches stand out more, not blend in, because I was using orange leaves and orange background. So that's yeah. Why don't I start off with redoing the blue water here, a lighter blue. I'll make it transition to a darker blue over here, but here it's gonna be brighter. So that was a bit of an experiment I did yesterday, and it didn't turn out how I was kind of envisioning. How light is this? It's too dark. So I've got my palette over here. Let me try moving this way a bit. I need some fresh white, unadulterated. I need more. Yeah. So let's do this again, and it might even actually kind of look good with the dark blue. Oh yeah, music. A little Chopin happening. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be nicer. Maybe about here is where I'll start to bring in the darker colors. I might even bring the white up a bit here too. So here's a little bit more darker blue. Not as intense, but it's getting there. Right? So let's get some real light blue. Let's get some really light blue. Yeah. Start bringing it up. I think that's kind of what I was going for a bit. I was thinking about. Maybe I'll even bring the lightness right up along there. That looks kind of nice. Okay. Little less dark there. Okay, now let's try it. I don't need that. I got my shitty coffee. Let's take some blue. Maybe a slightly different blue. Maybe a purpley blue? What color is that? Okay. That's very purple. But we can always play with it. Yeah, I could play with it. So it's going to go from this purplish to the white. And the nice thing about this is going to be I can make some of these foliage patterns better. So I'm doing it two kinds of negative space. I'm doing negative space around the dark trees in the background and around the birches. Not white enough. Hey, good morning, Cindy. Is it playing the same Chopin song over and over? Chopin Nocturnal Number 9, 60 minutes. That's not what I wanted. Oh well. I feel maybe I should make this more intense. Well, let's continue with this, bringing this purpley kind of sky over. And if I want to darken or light it up, I'll do that after. Let me just try to make it more consistent. So I gotta start mixing in more of a pink or peach or something to start transitioning. So now I'll start doing, maybe adding a bit more of like lightness to here. It's almost like a peach. Here, start bringing in a little bit of that purple. It's too purple. Let's bring some orange in there, warm it up. More orange. harassing my dog. Okay. Let's see how that looks. It's not bad, 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 it's not good, but it's not bad. Maybe it needs some more. What is that purple? Let's try this color. Maybe it needs some extreme colors to break it down more. Okay, well, it's not even that dark. Am I being too delicate here? Let me just put these. Okay, so I should make the whole water. Okay, the other thing, I think the water should all be light to dark that way. Should be doing get rid of that thing. I should be doing more thinking like warmer whites. This is like I'm putting in yellow and white here. And get some more. Let's see what I'm doing. Get some strong yellows and whites. And I'll start tappity, 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 tap. Excuse me. Yellows. Just to warm up this area. I want the light to really be a bit more obvious. So I'll bring this yellow across a bit more. Start mixing it in with this purple a bit. Okay, that's kind of nice. These little couple of wavy little clouds. And then I'll bring in the pure white in a couple spots just to see the effect. Okay, now let's really change the water. Let's change the water. Is that light? Let's make it much lighter. even later. Part of it is just adding texture too. Part of it I'm just adding like thickness. So the colors are pretty similar, but I wanted thickness. I'm not going to stop until this thing is as close to a masterpiece as I can get. And just things that about it do not warrant that distinction yet. It has potential. This thing has potential. It's not there yet. It doesn't deserve it. My gut has to be right about it. Oh, you know what I might just do? I think I might. Okay, let's just do it. Screw it. I'm going to get rid of the white on the bottom. I'm going to add the white to the top. Let's just try that. Let's try that. That might have been what was bothering me. Oops, shit balls. I'll fix it up. Okay, so maybe I bring down the blueness this way, and the brightness is this way. Maybe that's what was so wrong about this thing. So let's do an experiment. Let's bring the brightness of the whiteness up here. Come on, I need more brightness. I need a clean spot on this palette to work. Right here. Okay, let's try it. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. The yellow and the blue mixing, that is beautiful. Gotta keep that up. That right there, this tiny little spot. Let me show you what is gorgeous. Let me show you something beautiful. Right there. Oh, it looks so shitty on the camera, but right where my thumb is, in real life, it's blues and nice yellows until mixing together really nicely. It looks terrible on the camera. This is like the best webcam you can bet, but if you can get, and it's still just crap. I think my only alternative is to get one of those video cameras, but they cost thousands of dollars. And I exactly have thousands of dollars negative. When I take a picture, it looks like a good day to take a photograph because it's not too sunny out. And surprisingly, I'm using the iPhone 6. The colors aren't that bad. It's a huge pain in the ass to use my good camera. So for all these ones, I'm doing my website. On fucking Facebook. That's just the iPhone. For me to do like a proper photograph, it takes me hours, and it has to be a very perfect conditions outside. And the amount of editing you have to do, because my camera takes such high resolution, you have to know, you have to be a photographer. Like, you have to know ISO settings, you have to know all these things that can absolutely affect the quality. Like, for example, for a while, my ISOs were way off, and they looked really grainy, and it was weird. I couldn't figure it out until I had to like talk to a photographer and do all kinds of research, and it's a huge pain in the ass. With the iPhone, you just snap and you get a decent quality as long as you're only doing something to show on the internet, right? The other ones I do so that I can eventually make prints. So I have like an archival quality copy of it. Excuse me. So yeah. Before, I was taking a high quality photo after I'd finished each painting, and it was just getting me so. It was too much work. Like I was spending as much time taking a photograph as doing a painting sometimes, and that's just insane. And that doesn't even account all the web work I have to do. I've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 videos now, and I've only uploaded like 30 to YouTube. Because what I want to do is I put them on YouTube so that I can then put them on my website. Like they'll be hosted on YouTube, but you can look at them all together in one location. Like when you go to my website, you'll have the painting in the high quality, super high res, with the intention is to show all the videos. And I've done that for some of them, but I'm really far behind. Also, because each video is like a gigabyte or so, I've got to upload to YouTube. So I've been slowly uploading. I've got about 250 videos now on YouTube that I have not made public, but they're uploaded. And the reason is because you have to write descriptions for each one. You have to write titles for each one. You've got to do this stuff where when one loads, it'll load the next one. Like you relate them, you got to put them in playlists, and it's just like fuck. It's just too much work for me. It's too much. Like I'm gonna do it eventually. Like my first thing was to upload all the videos. So over time, like I've been saying it, but I've been uploading videos and videos. Also renaming hundreds of files so they reflect. If I, for example, if I change a file name or a painting, I go back to all the files, change them all, go online, change the website, change the goddamn things on YouTube, go to Instagram, change them there. Jeez, fuck, such a pain in the royal tuchus. Maybe there'll still be light down there. Okay. Okay, so up here, maybe I should bring in a little bit of purples to the water. Let's see how dark light this gets. That's not bad. Should be a little thicker though. Why is it black here? Oh, it's because of my crazy scope. My crazy, oops. Crazy, hill. Let's see. Okay, what could I do differently? They weren't kidding. It's 1 hour of Pachelbel's Opus 9 number 2. Just cycling through it again and again. I gotta kill that in a minute. Ah, it's fucking goddamn hairs. Okay, maybe that's better. crazy red. Oops. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. I'm over here. Yeah, well, that's Chopin. I don't know what kind of cruises you're going on. Chopin, man. Chopin's alright. I know they play them on cruise ships because cruise ships suck. Don't ever go on them. They suck. Horrible. My music choice is awesome. Cruise is terrible. What are you talking about, Cheryl? Gotta get off medical marijuana. Cruise ships. Just say no. Just say no to cruise ships. All you ever do get at cruise ships is you probably eat tons of food, 80% chance catch salmonella, hang around a bunch of obese people, eat more food, probably get shit-faced one night, then regret it because you're vomiting in your little hellhole cubicle. That's what I imagine a cruise ship would be like. Then some douchebag wants you to get in the pool and do dancercise or something. That's what a cruise ship is to me. Then you look outside and you realize there's like, if a storm comes, you're fucked. No, not a good idea. Don't do it. Let's ban all cruise ships. All cruise ships are officially banned. They're a bad idea. What I'm trying to do is separate. For fuck's sake! I'm trying to separate the birches so there's a bit more clarity with the background. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. And you could just kiss my ass. Kiss my ass if you don't like it. I'm just kidding. Cruise ships. Someone needs to. That's too dark. Maybe not dark enough. Maybe it should be like. Come on, I need a brush to do this, really? They're not wonderful, they're horrible. Every morning you wake up in a different place. What the fuck does that mean? I don't understand, that's kind of crazy talk. Wake up in a different place. You wake up in a different place. Oh, I don't know. What are we doing here? Let's take a look at how it looks from the front now. Wonderful. The only thing wonderful about a cruise ship is leaving it. I'll be quiet, Nugget. All right, why don't we just I'm gonna call this one done soon. I want to put like lightness on top of these ones here. Yeah, kind of like that. Well, the whole time I've been zoomed in. Fuck. Alright, let me zoom out. A little bit of like leaves behind the brown. This brown is just the leaves on the other side. How do I make it darker? I need a darker brown. What color is this? Maybe even with a bit of red. Can't even see it because it's so close to this other color. Yeah, I need to put a bit of just a shadowy kind of shadowy brown so that I just do. Just be quiet. I know what I'm doing. After a while, that is true. Then you need to get rid of your sea legs. By the end of the week, I just want a burger and not all the fancy food. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. I don't need any of that shit. I'd be happy with craft dinner and staying home. That makes me happy. It would make me happy not to see people, have zero contact with people. That would be awesome. That's my number one thing. People annoy the fuck out of me in real life, even though I'm very, very polite. You'd never know that. I'm very, very polite and respectful to people, but inside, I'm dying to get the fuck away from most people. Just, I can't stand it. It's like people just annoy the shit out of me. So that's probably one of the reasons why I would hate to go to a thingamajiggy, because there's no escape from all these people. I just don't like small talk. Small talk hurts my brain. Hurts, physically hurts me. So when people want to small talk, I'm like, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying not to be an asshole, but I guess I'm an asshole. I can't deal with your talking about your grandson. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your grandson. Don't care. Don't care. I mean, I love kids and everything. I love kids. Kids are awesome, but only the kids that I know. All right? Everyone else's kids, like, who gives a shit, really? Okay. I am very polite to people. And I don't act like a jerk off. But it's sort of like, because of what I've known, what I've learned to do is I give myself half an hour to 45 minutes, and I am the most super awesome outgoing guy. But after half an hour to 45 minutes, my energy is gone, and I don't give a shit if you're the Pope. I am fucking out of there. I'm gone. I need to be alone. Yeah, I remember going to a friend's wedding, and after, oh shit, it was my brother-in-law's wedding. I couldn't take it. It was a beautiful wedding, but after about half an hour, I had to go outside. I went for a walk by myself in Ottawa, through like there are these like waterway things or something. Like it was just I had to get the fuck away, and just because I'm an introvert, right? Introverts get all their energy from being alone, and being around people sucks our energy away. And that's just the way it is. So being on a ship is like the worst thing I can think of, because you're trapped. You know, you're trapped around all these people, hundreds of people that you don't even want to look at. See, I'd rather be here. That's probably why I do these paintings, because I would much rather be here. This is more, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. Eat in your cabin or veranda. Eating in a cabin sounds like a fucking horrible idea. I don't like being on the ocean. I don't like the fact that there's all kinds of things that could kill you instantly. Some giant shark could just swoop up from the bottom and fucking eat your legs. That does not sound like fun. Plus, you can drown. Plus, all kinds of horrible things under the water. Just waiting for a delicious, overweight, middle-aged man. That'd be a perfect meal for like an orca. Just proteins and fats. No, thank you. I was meant to be on the land or in the air. I love being in the air. Actually, that's the thing. I love being up high. I used to have this, not a fetish is too weird and sexual name, but I used to love being up high and looking down. So like one of the most fun times I had was on what's it called? Was it a glider? This is a cool story. I was living in Telluride, Colorado. And their airport's really cool because it's on the edge of a huge. Here, I wonder if I can even find a picture of the airport. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Telluride, Colorado. When you're flying in, it's like a giant cliff, and from the side, yeah, it's like this. You're flying in, and here's the cliff, and then here's the runway. So you look like you're about to smash into the cliff, but just what happens is you come and you land here. And also, when you leave, let's say it's going this way. Yeah. If you leave and this is your plane, you're coming along and the world just drops off. So it's such a cool airport. Anyhow, I got an opportunity. My cousin knew a guy who ran a glider. So a glider is just like a plane that has no motor and you just glide, right? And the way it works is you got a regular plane that tows your glider. So I was in the front and then there was the pilot behind me, and there's no engine and just a rope, and would pull you off. But because, when you went off, there was a bit of a dip, so you're like, holy fuck. But when you're in front, when you're in the glider, there's just glass. Like your feet is where the end of the glider ends. Is it called a glider? I forget what it's called. I'm going to call it glider for now. And the rest is all glass, so you just see these mountains everywhere. And I had the ability to fly as much as he did. I had the same controls. There were foot pedals, and I can't remember, some kind of steering wheel thing or these things. And I think the foot pedals were like yaw, and then the hand things were turning right and left, but a lot of it was just your weight. And it was so cool because you're looking down, you're like 2,000 feet up. And what we had to do is to maintain altitude, we had to look for spots where there was dips in the mountains that were dark, because that would absorb the heat and cause heat to rise. So you would be flying over, and all of a sudden you hit one of these things, and you go up like 200 feet, and you'd be like, your stomach was in your mouth, and then if you hit a cold splash, you drop like 200 feet. Oh, and the coolest thing is, like, if he passed out, I'm dead, because I couldn't fly it. Like, I did fly it for a while. It was kind of fun. Like, it was. The best part was when you hit an updraft, because you just went straight up. And also, landing and flying were pretty intense. Like, coming into the Telluride airport, you should Google it. I doubt it's changed since the 90s when I was there. But, yeah, like you feel like you're going to fall off the edge of the world when you're leaving. And when you arrive, it looks like you're going to smash into the hill cliff, into the mountain. But it's over the Rocky Mountains. So it's just so beautiful over there. Anyhow, so love heights. I used to be a bit of a risk taker junkie when it comes to heights. I have all kinds of stories of doing really probably silly, dangerous, deathly dangerous things, like climbing forget the name of it. Something Dome in Montreal from the Olympics in the 70s. And we played frisbee on the platform. And I just remember climbing up, like it was just a ladder. Like there was nothing around you, and it was like a few hundred feet up. I also climbed up a kind of was it like a radio tower? Yeah, at Winston Churchill Park. When I was a kid, young, we climbed up the radio tower thing. And if I recall correctly, it was just a ladder, but it had like a circular kind of bars around you, so it kind of felt a little safe. And actually, it was always getting down that was much, much scarier. Climbing up was actually not a problem. I think it's because you're looking up. But when you're climbing down, like you're always wondering where your foot is. Like, you know that the ladder's there, but it's a little spookier than climbing up. Remember jumping off the you'd have to experience it to know how cool it was. But when I was a junior forest ranger when I was 17, as all junior forest rangers are when they're 17, there were these huge piles of hay. We're talking 100 feet tall, and they were stacked up like a trapezoid, flat on the top, and then 45 degrees down on the side. Me and another guy climbed to the very top, and let's just say that this. Where's my hand? Yeah, it's like that. Here's the ground. Wait, here's the ground going this way. Here's all of this is the hay. We ran across, and I was the first one to go. I was the craziest fucker there. There was about 20 of us. I went and I jumped. Wah! And I must have gone about 30 or 40 feet. And I fell in the hay and I just tumbled. Like I could have killed myself easily. We were all being like bravado because we were 17 years old and we're like, we didn't know each other and we're all doing the craziest stuff we could think of. And I did the Superman jump and I'm thinking, what am I doing? But fuck it. It's the same feeling. If you ever ski, I used to ski a lot when I was young. And I had friends who were much, much better skiers than I was. So there was 3 or 4 of us. And they were all kind of like Warren Miller good. And I was just like, a little bit above average good, but crazy. And some of the stuff, I would follow them down the trails that they would go, double black diamonds like in Telluride. And I remember one time I tried going, it was the same year they had the Junior Freestyle Olympics. And one of the middle runs was the Freestyle Olympics. And Freestyle Olympics it's kind of like, I'm not kidding, it's fucking insanely vertical, and there's little moguls here. And what they do is they freestyles when they just go down, they do flips and jumps and stuff. And I tried going down it, and I literally just stopped like on my side. Like I was just going, oh my God. And it took me about an hour to get down because I couldn't ski. Because the only way you can ski for something very steep is you have to commit. You have to be perpendicular to the ground and go forward. And it's a very terrifying thing. And I just wasn't good enough. So I would slide down for mercy and hit the next mogul, then slide down mercy, and there'd be like guys flying over me and stuff. Yeah. That was that was definitely beyond my abilities. Okay, so let's just look at this thing. Oh, you're not looking at it. Okay. All right. So let me zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. It's not quite there yet. I think the thing that's missing really, it's up here. Well, here it looks okay. Might be okay. Maybe that looks good. It's you don't really notice the darkness here. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna, just for the hell of it, try adding a little bit more. Well, I'll add this crazy purple. It's more like a violet. Excuse me. If I also added some dark blue, would that be good? And I think that violet was just so neat. What color is this? This is probably an intense purple. Well, that's too dark. Yeah, this violet is just such a powerful violet. Let me just go in here and... What I'm trying to do is have some contrast around. Ah, shut up. I'm just going to do it. I'm telling myself to shut up, not you. No one's talking. Okay. Come on, get off my brush. Also, I think I'll make this green darker. I don't know if I lost the live stream. Excuse me. So I'm artificially making this green behind here darker. Something I might add some more white to that, but I wonder how I can fix adding some green down here. It's definitely interesting. Okay, I think getting close. Maybe just some happy old white. Or even this color. What color would this be if I put it on here? Oh, that's not bad. That's kind of warms it up a bit, doesn't it? Warms them up a little bit. Excuse me. Yes, actually this is kind of a good idea to add a bit of white to this. dare I even add an outline to these trees? Dare I, dare I? Oh, come on. I need some white. Give me some white. Where's the white? Let me fix a couple little things here. Let me fix a couple little things. Like, what if I did this? Excuse me. What if I did this? With a different color. Where's that white? Okay. Just adding a little bit of bends here. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it needs. A little bit of bends. Oops. think it's getting a little better. Kind of want to do something like cup the kind of adding a little bit of shadow underneath these. I don't know. A little bit of blue, a little bit of something, something. Excuse me. All right. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Question is, does it do what I want it to do? Does it do what I want? It kinda does. I mean, I'm not so sure about these clumps. Like, it's almost like it needs. Did it need that? I don't know if it needed that. I don't know. Oops. Okay. That's just okay. That's. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay. The fuck? She has periwinkle. What the hell's periwinkle? I just say purple. You sound like my mom. Purple versus violet. She has periwinkle, plum, and all those sorts of shades. Just can't say. What the fuck is periwinkle? I'm gonna have to look it up. The brown looks like chocolate frosting dripping down. God damn. Oh my god, I'm chocolate. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Although that has got to have a little bit of blue poking through. Little bit of blue poking through. Then maybe I'll take a break. Probably not even going to match this blue very well. No, I'm not. It just needs a little bit of blue poking through to make it look better. Okay, there we go. Done. Did I fuck these up with that little bit of weird blue? I don't care. Okay, I'm done. I should just walk away. Walk away. Okay. God damn it. Almost walk away. Almost walking away. I need to make these things a bit better. Where's that blue? Just gonna bend it a bit. There we go. Just gonna bend that shit a bit. Okay. All right, now I'm done. Okay, I'm taking a break. See ya.